All of you for coming out here. You know, and that's what Minnesota needs real bad right now is a taxpayer's watchdog and someone to make sure that every single dollar is spent wisely. The state auditor is the only elected position whose job it is to make sure, to ensure that we have fiscal sanity and also that we help eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse in government. And it isn't just the auditor that's going to do that here. It's starting in 2011. It is this entire Republican ticket. The entire ticket is here to talk about fiscal sanity and fiscal responsibility. And we are going to bring that back to Minnesota. There's also another very, very important issue that we'd like to talk about, and that is election integrity. We have with us a man who's not only a 4-term state rep in Minnesota, but he is also a former Navy fighter pilot, and he's a heck of a fighter. He's also a great guy. Dan Severson.
That's awesome. You know, I spent about 22 years in the Navy fighting for that. Isn't that awesome? That is awesome. That represents our freedom, our Constitution, the things that we are fighting in this election for, and you see people who have never been involved before involved in this political fight. The reason I'm on in this one is because Mark Ritchie is the guy that's responsible for electing Al Franken. You all didn't do it in this last election. He's the guy that did it. And we're going to fix that. We're going to oust Mark Ritchie, and we're going to put in an election system that really has some accountability. I'm talking about photo ID. Photo ID, 8 out of 10 people want photo ID in Minnesota. And I'll tell you what happened. Just yesterday, the Indiana Constitution on a 4-to-1 vote on a as-applied principle for the constitutional challenge of photo ID upheld it and said this is absolutely what we have to have. And this is what Minnesota has to have to bring accountability back to our election process. Mark Ritchie is an acorn hack. And the Attorney General is another one. And they were both supported by Acorn in the 2006 election. If you want to do a little research on it, I think you'll find that they refused to prosecute any of the Acorn organizations that contributed money to their campaigns. And that's a problem, because they're not representing you, the people of Minnesota. They're representing their own personal interests and those that have invested in their campaigns. And that's why we need an Attorney General that will actually prosecute. Lori Swanson refuses to go after when Wisconsin has prosecuted and has 2 Acorn activists under federal indictment right now for fraud in elections, and there are 14 other states that are following with that. And Lori Swanson refuses to do any investigation. I'm telling you, it's time. And it's time we put in an Attorney General that will do the job, and that Attorney General is Dr. Chris Barton.